Old school, you so dope, so fly, no lie, and you know, oh God, I got a feeling that I'm about to need her. I'll be real quick.
Test, test, test.
Test, test, test.
My bad.
Test, test, test.
My bad. Okay, okay, okay. I be messing around with all kinds of things and be moving something over here, moving something over there. Hey, happy Sunday to everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys all had a beautiful week. Hope you had a beautiful weekend. Hope that it was very productive. Sunshine Osmond, you have to forgive me because I have been a little under the weather and trying to pull through. So please forgive me for forgetting your birthday. I completely forgot. So shout out to Keisha, Sunshine, Osmond. Happy belated. I am so sorry. so sorry. My bad. You didn't have to mention it. I mentioned it myself. I'm going to take one for the team for this one. I owe you. Lord knows I owe you. Okay, I'm just still doing this sound check, making sure the sound check is good on this end. All right, before we get started, let me give these shout outs really quickly. And I promise I will not be staying on here long. I mean that. Moderators. 60. That's all we got. We got 60. Nothing more, nothing less. 60. I only got 60 minutes. That's it. That's it. I was about to say 60 seconds. Time up. Miss D, Carolina Dime. Hey. Kim, Sunshine. Miss Brown, Woman of God, Groovy Family. Hey. Langston, what it is. We got, that was two of our diamonds right there. Bird, hey, how you doing? Wish, hey, what it is. Miss Ruth, hey, how are you? Make sure I got it. Miss Sherby, hey, how are you? Look at the diamonds in the building. Oh, thank you, Miss Sherby. Aries, hey, boy, the dimes representing up in here. Hey, y'all. So, like I told you guys before, instead of doing all the speaking in between, I'm going to try to do the speaking at the beginning and at the end, because I'm trying to, follow the instructive criticism that I have. I'm trying to take heed. So I had a person, actually two people, say that they would prefer that I not stop in the middle of, what I'm saying, to start saying, hey, such and such, and hey, so-and-so. So I'm taking heed to see how that works out. It actually works out a little bit better. So we're going to go ahead and get these things started up in here. I'm first going to start out by congratulating. If you don't like these people, listen, don't come on here cursing me out, because it is what it mother flipping is, okay? Congratulations to our new president-elect and our new vice president-elect. I'm not going to act like I am upset, because I'm not. The Divine Nine, we are definitely behind, and that's all I'm saying. Bam. And I'm going to just drop that down. We're going to keep it pushing. Now, shout out to everyone who voted. Shout out to everyone for going out and making sure that your voice was heard. It doesn't matter who you voted for. As long as you went out, made a decision for yourself without letting anybody tell you the who, what, whens, wheres, and whys. Shout out to you for going out and doing something that everybody couldn't, or maybe wouldn't, or wasn't willing to do. So shout out to you if you went out there and voted early, voted through the mail, voted in person, whatever it is. Shout out to all the people overseas, all our military folks, whoever, regardless of who you voted for. Shout out to you, okay? Because that's all I'm saying. Closed mouth don't get fed. So, and we're going to leave that there. So, woman of God, I'm trying not to say nothing, because, these people will attack you on here, And I really can't say too much about politics. All I'm saying is that I ain't mad. I ain't mad at you. And we're going to keep on. We're going to keep on going. Now, if y'all didn't watch the video that I posted the other day when the announcement was made about, who the new elect was or whatever, I need y'all to peep that video because you see Miss Harris dancing at the end to some Cardi B. I need y'all to peep that video. She getting her little dance on to that Cardi B. So that's why I made sure I posted that so y'all could get that up in there. I'm just saying. Win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw. We still pounding. Win, lose, or draw. We still pounding. That's all I'm saying. Now that we got that out the way. We have been talking about health and stuff earlier, and I'm gonna get into the meat and potatoes of it all. But let me tell y'all something. Oh, Groovy Family, the new shirt. My brother gave me the idea yesterday. We're going to have a 46 flavors apparel coming out for a minute. We're just going to leave it 46 flavors, and we're going to leave it there, and they can figure it out. So I'll let y'all see what's going on with that. I'll be sketching some stuff out tonight. I did a little something yesterday, but we'll be sketching something out, and you'll see me with something on. That's all I'm saying. Don't get mad with me. God, I keep popping my mouth. I don't know why I've been doing that recently. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? But we've been talking about health and all this stuff, y'all. And I been like down a lot this week. I ain't gonna lie. I was in the darn dump. I felt awful like all week. And I told you guys before I was dealing with all the health stuff and the pre-diabetes and all this stuff. So I went and we talked about the weight loss stuff. So now I've lost right at 20 pounds, right? When I dig into stuff, I tend to get carried away. So for the last week, I just hadn't felt good. Lord, I felt like I might have had that Rona. I'm like praying, Lord, please, please, please. We can't deal with nothing else. And last night I'm laying down, my right calf hurt, and I'm like, oh Lord, I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. And I realized, like, y'all, I was so dehydrated. I was so freaking dehydrated that it was not even funny. And that's why I felt like I didn't have the wherewithal to do nothing. So I got to make sure I stay extra hydrated. So y'all might see me knock a few of these out because I got to get my strength and my electrolytes and all that good stuff built back up. I got to be more careful. Jesus, Joseph and Mary. But we're going to keep on pushing. We are going to keep on pushing. The next thing. Now, y'all know I'm a little slow catching up with stuff. And this is Sunday, so I have to give y'all a wrap up of everything. Because I'm just not going to be dropping in every day like I used to. You know, I'm trying to steer clear in these streets. So one of the things that I just found out about the other day was UMC. Did anybody know about that channel? The Urban Movie Channel, UMC TV. Am I the only one that didn't know about it? Woman of God, I'm trying. When that pre-diabetes stuff like keeps popping up, this is the second time. I don't even have my stuff in here, y'all. I had, like I told y'all, I'm gonna get back on the UMC for a minute, but they have me taking metformin. I have to take 1,000 milligrams of metformin. I have to take what is it? Oh God, I can't even think of it. Anyway, it's an injection that I have to take once a week. I have to take that once a week. and I had to go and get a meter and stuff so that I could start keeping track of my glucose levels and all that stuff, which they are normally fine. It's my A1C that's always off, but my glucose level is always within normal range. But because of all this stuff and because my mom has diabetes, then we have to take care of this. So, my good people, we all have to stay on top of our health because we are not getting any younger. Well, y'all might not be. I am. Y'all might not be, though. I'm just saying. Now, back to what I was saying. UMC. I went on ride until till yesterday. So I went on Instagram because I'm like, well, I'm down. I can go and start updating my pages and, like putting the word out about my YouTube and all that stuff. Because I stopped putting it out there because all the BooFahLay that was going on, all the mess and, your name all over the place with some negative stuff. And so I stopped putting my information out there because I didn't want anybody that knew me to think that I was associated with any of this foolishness. So I just stopped putting my information out there. Last couple of days, I was like, you know what? Bump that. It is what it is. I can't be telling people to do you, do them, whatever. And I'm, kind of letting folks stifle what I'm doing. So I'm like, bump it. Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah, I went on and opened my stuff back up. So when I went on Instagram to do that, a little ad popped up for UMC TV. You got to check it out, make sure it's not fake at first. Y'all know people be trying to get over with the little fakes and stuff. And I went and checked it out. Yo. Let me hit my shabazz for a minute, son. I'm saying, son. Yo, that UMC Urban Movie Channel is off the hook. You hear me? Now you got the option, and I am not getting paid for this. I'm just letting y'all know. I just found it. I thought the mess was the bomb. It's like FUBU, like for us. I can't say it's by us. They say it's by us. I got to see the paperwork first. But still, it is, showing stuff for us. But they have a show on there. There was a series. It only had 2 seasons, but it was called A House Divided. That's the first thing I watched on there. Man, listen. I had to watch all two, both seasons 3 times because I had to get what was going on because the ending kind of threw me. But y'all, UMC TV, y'all need to check that out. It's $4.99 a month. I think you get a 7-day free trial. And then you can either pay $4.99 a month, or they got a special. You can go ahead and pay $32 for the whole year, $32 annually or $39 annually. But it's usually like $49.99. Man, they got all kind of stuff on there. That's all kind of stuff. I was like, okay. So that was a good look last night. Definitely a good look. So if y'all haven't checked that out, y'all need to go check that out. And like I said, this is not a paid sponsorship. I just think that the darn thing is the bomb. And yes, you can watch it on your TV. You can watch it on the phone. You can download it on Roku. I put it on my Roku. I got it on my phone too, but I put it on my Roku so that I could watch it all around the house. And yeah, it's like that. So y'all check them out. UMC TV. Next thing. Oh, did I forget to say 46? Okay, moving on. So I'm Rob. Moving right along from that. I'm sitting up here and Let me do a commercial break real quick. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. Let me get a little bit close. A little bit close. All right. Commercial break real quick before I go another further. See, I'm going to split these things up. I don't want nobody to feel left out. All right. Princess Diana. Hey, girl. Latasha. Hey, girl. Miss NS. Hey, Dave. Nene and the Truth. How you doing? Stay strong. Miss Charlotte. Hey, Dave. Don K. What's good? Lisa. Miss Renee. Hey, friend. Let me see who else I got. All right, that's everybody. Okay, that's it. All right. Now I'm trying to operate decent and in order. Now we're gonna back it on up. Back that thing up. Okay. So in the last couple of days, the last couple of weeks, but more specifically the last couple of days, I've been watching a lot of conspiracy theories being put out. Yeah, shout out to them. All them. That one over there. Her. Look, my thing all wrong. All of them. But I've been seeing a lot of conspiracy theories and all kind of stuff. And I'm like, yo, people really get us with those conspiracy theories, y'all. Y'all know a sister like me, I have to go and look at definitions and stuff because I don't like to be talking about stuff and I don't know what the word mean and stuff. So I had to go back and I had to look up conspiracy for a minute because it's just a lot of conspiracies floating around here and things. So I went and looked and I saw the definition for conspiracies: a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. A secret plan. That means it's GS classified. A secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. The action of plotting or conspiring, aka collusion. That's what a conspiracy is. That's what the dictionaries say anyway. Now that we got that part out of the way, I just want to when I hear people throwing different conspiracies and stuff at people, you know, I see some people starting to ask some very good questions. I see some people asking some things to help bring things into context. One of those questions I am seeing people ask is, where did you get that from? Did you pull it out of the sky? Did the stork drop it off? I mean, did Cupid come with the arrow and shoot it? Like, where exactly did you get said information from? You know what I said? My people. Get on it, doggone it. We got to get to the point, and some of us getting there that we don't stop letting people tell us in and everything, and we just believe in it just because somebody said it. Just because they know how to articulate and make it sound good. Darn it, we ain't just going to be believing anything now. Now. with that being said, I gotta remind myself. Hold up, I put a reminder on here. Hold up. Did I remember to say 46? Oh, okay. Okay. Now moving right along. Moving. Now, you all know that I'm a part of this coaching game, right? And I'm gonna show y'all a couple things tonight, but let me address the first thing. Okay. Because we're gonna get into a couple things tonight. Let me see what my time is right now. Okay, we're doing all right. 28:55, 28:56. Okay, so one of the things when you look at coaching versus counseling, just give me this for 1 second, and then we'll get into what we're getting into. Counseling, you have a stricter code of ethics. You have to, in both situations, you got to handle yourself in a particular way. You have professional codes that you have to adhere to, but then there are ways that you deal with situations, particularly with your clients, that can be handled a little bit differently based on whether you're one or the other. Now, I've seen a lot of people on YouTube say whenever you respond to certain things, oh, let me get animated a little bit. Told you I've been down all week. Just let me be animated for a few minutes before I go and lay it back down. Oh, you can't be no life coach talking like that. You can't be no counselor talking like that. You can't be no doctor talking like that. And I'm like, y'all must not have really met with some folks before, because y'all need to see how this stuff go down. And you also need to understand that people are human. And even though you work in a certain profession, you do not have to at any point allow people to dog you. Now, as a counselor, you have to be a bit more soft-spoken whenever you address certain issues. As a life coach, you still need to maintain that professional stance, but the rules are a little bit different. They're a little bit different now. They're a little bit different. So I want y'all to check something out, right? I want y'all to check something out. And I'm hoping that my sound still, like, it might be jacked up again, y'all. I don't know. But I want y'all to check this out. I don't know who is familiar with this young lady named Shay. She's been on Flavor of Love. She's been on Love and Hip Hop. All of them. I don't know what. She's been on all of them, okay? I think she had some dealings with Lil Scrappy at one point. Who knows? Everybody. Everybody. So she takes her family on Iyanla Fix My Life. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Iyanla, she is also a life coach. Now, she happens to do hers on TV, but she is a life coach, and Miss Shay, I think Shay Johnson, wanted Iyanla to fix their family. Now, one of the issues that you often have as a coach is people, they often bring other people in to be fixed, and they don't want to deal with their own issues. They want to tell you about everybody else's issues. That sound familiar? Like, you can point out everybody else's issues, but you don't know what to go on when it comes to your own issues. Know what I'm talking about? You don't know what to go on. You don't know if it's over there, over there, over there. You don't know what to go on when it comes to your own issues. So this is what we are seeing on here. Now, I want to start with this, and then we're going to have a little conversation. We're going to take it somewhere else. But I saw this when I was eating tonight. And I was like, wait a minute. Okay, that's the Iyanla I'm talking about. You better not let these folks come on out here and you better let them know. Darn it. You better let them know. Don't call me with no BooFahLay today. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is how people are all lovey-dovey, and when they got a chance to, like, you know, first meet you, they have that facade and all this stuff, and they just love you to death until it's time to actually do the work. See, when you have to start getting real with folks, when you got to start getting real, them jokers hit that last dragon on you. Chop, chop. You go now. Chop, chop. Holy tail out of this place. Like, they tell you to go on real quick. They ain't want to fool with you no more. They don't want to hear nothing else you got to say, right? So we're going to start with this, and then we're going to run into something else because it's all relative. It all goes together. But I need y'all to check this out. And I need you to cross your fingers that this thing going to work the way that it's supposed to work too today. Because this thing it won't let me be great. It knows I'm struggling already. Lord, you know my heart. It knows I'm struggling already. So let me see if I can get this thing up here. Hold on.
Mirror exercise that our mother did. Make your most powerful pose. State what you see when you look in the mirror. I see a powerful, beautiful, intelligent, articulate woman who is self-made with a strong business mind and beautiful. Miss Shay, how are you? Hi, how you doing? I'm good. How you doing? Good, I'm good. That's not true, Miss Shay. Hush. You would not be on Fix Your Life if you was okay. I'm making it. Miss Shay, put them things away. You see all these men around here. I did try to. I have pins and tape right now. Here, put this there. Like that. How you come sit up in the Fix My Life house with the girls hanging out like that? I was trying to cover them as much as possible. I'm sorry. Let me ask you something. What did you see in the mirror? I seen a beautiful, powerful woman, self-made, business-minded. And where did you see that in that mirror? Because I guess when I looked in the mirror, I looked at the history of my life and where I came from. And you didn't see any of the distortions? Yeah, the mirror is messed up. This is what I find very interesting. That you look in the mirror, there are distortions presented to you, and you call them something else. As opposed to saying, well, that's off right there. That's off. You say, I'm going to look beyond what's off and call it what I want to call it. Can you see that? I did do that. Yeah, you did. You want to know something? Your mother did the same thing.
I'm going to press pause real quick. Did y'all catch what just happened right there? Iyanla asked her what she saw in the mirror. She saw a successful, professional person doing A, B, C, D, E. She didn't see a woman standing there with a pink dress or suit on with a little bob cut. She didn't see none of that. She didn't see none of that. She didn't see that, you know, that this eyebrow might be a little bit higher than this one. Or, like, don't get me wrong, that's not what I'm seeing, but I'm saying, we just saw, you know good and well that ain't what you saw when you looked in that mirror. That is not what you saw when you looked in that mirror. See, this is how things usually go. People tell you what they think you want to hear. Now, if y'all want to understand how this stuff goes, I need y'all to like follow me on this. Now, people tell you what they think you want to hear. So this is what you see going on with this. Now, this is what we call the honeymoon phase right here. Because she's loving Iyanla and she's saying all the stuff that she thinks Iyanla wants to hear. Okay? Now we're gonna carry on. Let's push forward. Let's push forward on this.
Exact same thing. Denied that there were distortions in the mirror. She's my twin. You're her twin. I am her twin. Yeah. I believe that's where I get a lot of my aggression from. I do what I've been taught. Yes, you do. She just screamed at me the other day for something so petty. And that's my thing with her. Instead of just coming to me and telling me how you feel, why does it always have to be a screaming match with us? Oh, and by the way, my brothers are my mother's favorite. I've never been her favorite. And I'll never forget the day she told me when I was younger, she wished she had 3 boys.
Oh, she ready to snitch.
She ain't gonna admit it. She's a... Okay.
Let me press pause for a second. Because I need y'all to get this thing right here now. She is ready. She is ready to tell Iyanla everything that everybody in her family has done. You see how quick she told on her mama? How quick. Everything I do, I get it from her. It's her fault. Oh, and I forgot to tell you what she said. She in straight snitch mode right now. Okay? Now, people don't realize that when they come into these situations that a coach is already looking, yes, they're listening. They're listening to the things that you're saying, how you're saying them, and also what you are not saying, and what your motive or your reasoning could be for saying some of the things that you are saying. So I'm just going to be the little commentator on this right here for a minute, but just carry on. Carry on.
Okay. Certain things when you're young stick with you. I do know that. That stuck. I believe she said it. She said it. My dad, he completely treats me different from my mother. But your mother didn't make you by herself. No, she made you with a man. Yes. Who was your father? Why didn't he save you? Why didn't he protect you? Why didn't he come get you? Why didn't he treat her better so that she could be better to you? Why did he leave you there in her rage and the poison? Why? Why? I want to offer you the opportunity to let your mother know that you and her have issues.
Right now?
Yeah. I'm going to bring her in. Sandra, I got some people I want you to meet.
I'm going to pause this right here. So Iyanla goes into this thing with them. You saw the first part with Shay and how willing she was to talk to Iyanla, and she's putting all this stuff out here. First of all, let me say, Miss Shay got some fine brothers. You heard me? Both of them jokers. God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. Both of them. Some little handsome jokers sitting up there now. So, but you see how excited she is. Now, the one thing that you do, if you watch this episode, I see one person said that she saw the episode. She is definitely a product of her mom. Most definitely. But she has every excuse in the book and uses her mom as an excuse for everything that she chooses to do. Now, we're going to take this a little bit further because I want y'all to see how quickly things can turn. I'm not focusing on the brothers and the mom and all that stuff right now. I want you guys to see how quickly things could turn in these situations when things don't go the way that you think they should be going. Did I get past? Let me see if I got past this yet. Yeah. Pass that. Okay.
Your brother wants to tell you something. There they go right there. You go sit in my seat. Okay. Your brothers want to share something with you, okay? Just breathe. You go first.
I want you to know that you're rude and disrespectful.
Oh.
Did I say that to you? Did I? Yeah, okay. What you want to say?
You are more rude and disrespectful than you think you are.
Can I say something? No, come on, let's go. I'm going to give you your homework. Let's go. Because you feel like you were entitled. You think you know it.
Let me press pause, y'all. Hold on.
And I said no, right? So
Let me press pause for a second. Because I need to take y'all back to the moment, too, when Iyanla told her this. Because I want y'all to see how she responded to it. And how open she said she was to getting to really learn some stuff about herself. So let me just get this back because I need y'all to get the full picture. Let's see. Is this the right part?
And I wish we had a better relationship. They're actually Marcus, but you call yourself. Offer you the opportunity to let your mother know that you. I'm willing to do whatever to fix it. It's just, I don't want to honoring your pain. I get a lot of my aggression from. I do what I've been taught. Yes, you know.
Let me just let it sit there for a minute.
For something so petty, and that's my thing with her. Instead of just coming to me and telling me how you feel, why does it always have to be a screaming match with us? Oh, and by the way, my brothers are my mother's favorite. I've never been her favorite. And I'll never forget the day she told me when I was younger, she wished she had 3 boys. And I asked her about that today. She said she ain't gonna admit it. Not say it. She's a okay. Certain things when you're young stick with you. I do know that. That stuck. I believe she said it. She said it. My dad, he completely treats me different from my mother. But your mother didn't make you by herself. No, she made you with a man. Yes. Who was your father? Why didn't he save you? Why didn't he protect you? Why didn't he come get you? Why didn't he treat her better so that she could be better to you? Why did he leave you there in her rage and the poison? Why? I want to offer you the opportunity to let your mother know that you and her have issues.
Right now?
Yeah. I'm going to bring her in. Sandra, I got some people I want you to meet. Okay. Look at that. Why didn't he save you? Why didn't he protect you? Why didn't he come get you? Why didn't he treat her better so that she could be better to you? Why did he leave you there in her rage and the poison? Why? I'd have to sit up for my father. He didn't just leave me. This isn't about your father. This is about your pain. And as long as you're blaming one person and protecting another, you're not honoring your pain. You know what I wish? Look, baby. I wish she would have gave me the type of love my father was giving me. And I wish we had a better relationship. If something happened to her, it would destroy me. That we didn't have that bond. For the purpose of this process, I defined healing as to make whole again and to restore you to your original purpose and use. When you say original purpose, it's like, you know what that is? No, love. To know love, to be love, to give love. Yes, I want all of that. The way to get to that kind of love is forgiveness. And you haven't forgiven. That's not happening overnight. It's time. Nobody said it had to. But it's also going to take you being willing to be open. It's going to take you being willing to be wrong. I'm not always wrong, though. We're not talking about always. We're talking about in this process. When I reply to somebody that's attacking me verbally, I'm not always wrong in that case just because I'm direct. You're not direct. You're rude. I'm not rude. Rude and disrespectful. How am I rude and disrespectful? Please tell me that. because very often your response to what's said is inappropriate, even though the person has said something else. We make up what we think they mean, and then we go on the attack. That comes from a very deep place of brokenness.
Oh, press
I
pause.
don't want to be disrespectful at all. You don't have to agree with it. You came here to ask me to help you fix your relationship. We're here to work on your healing and your mother's healing. And both of those things are going to take willingness. Tell me what.
I'm going to press pause for a second. Now, everybody that is familiar with my channel, this is something that I continuously harp on, this brokenness and being willing to actually do the work. Actually being willing to do the work. What you're seeing in this young lady right here is brokenness. Now, as she was given a chance to say whatever she needed to say, and it seemed like Iyanla was allowing her to put all of the, like, just point her finger to everybody else in her family. Notice she always took up for her dad, never said anything negative towards her dad, even though he wasn't there. But as long as she was able to point the finger at other people, she was fine. When Iyanla started addressing her, it became a whole other monster. A whole other monster. And we for darn sure ain't talking about Cookie. Continue on. Continue on.
What you're not willing to do. I'm willing to do whatever to fix it. It's just, I don't want to own up to something I disagree with. Like, I don't want to, but your vision is distorted.
Oh!
So you may think it's...
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me throw some coaching in. Okay? This is what we've been talking about. People don't agree with what you're saying because they don't like it. And they think that what you're saying is wrong just because it's not what they believe. But is it always that what you're saying is wrong? Or is it their perception that is off? Is it that their perception is a bit distorted, contorted? Something is a little bit off. It's not quite the way that it's supposed to be. So things that might make sense to you might not make sense to other folks because your whole outlook on things is a little bit tainted. It's a little bit messed up. At times it may be effed up. But don't nobody want to hear that. You heard what this woman said. She don't want to hear anything that or, you know, go along with something that she doesn't agree with. Don't that sound familiar? But what I want y'all to watch in the middle of all this is how this is being handled by the life coach, because I want people to get a real picture of what this stuff looks like and not simply what people telling y'all on YouTube. This is not somebody coming on here being nice to you, telling you what you want to hear. So when somebody come and give you a little spoonful, don't be sitting up here talking about, oh, you unprofessional or you such and such. A life coach is a realist. They are here to give you a dose of a little reality therapy. They're going to give you some of that William Glasser. You heard me? They want you to focus on the here and now and being mindfulness. Everything they want you to be mindful. Now I'm going to keep on going. Okay? Pay attention. Pay attention. I'm just saying. Continue on. Continue on. Get on here, girl.
Something you don't agree with when you're just not seeing it accurate.
You not seeing it accurately.
That could be the case, yeah. I have a feeling this is going to turn into some type of intervention for me. I won't sit there and be, it was you. I don't want that. It may look like that in the beginning, but if you give me a minute, we'll work it out. I heard you say you'd be willing to do whatever it takes to heal this. So what it may take to heal this is to sit still for a minute, breathe, let people say what they have to say, and then let's choose another approach. It's going to be moments when you don't like me.
Y'all heard that? Oh.
I don't think it's gonna be one.
Oh. I want y'all to hear this because I need y'all to know what this stuff is really about. She just told her, because we know how this stuff go. This young lady said that she's willing to do whatever it takes. Iyanla just told her specifically, there are going to be moments when you will not like me. Period, point blank, because you're not going to like the way that this message is given. You're not going to like the way that I'm going to come at you with this real stuff. And Shay says, oh, there won't be a time when I won't like you. And Iyanla reassures her, but yes, there will be a time. I'm going to take it back just a little pinch right there. Boom. Let's carry
I
on.
heard you say you'd be willing to do whatever it takes to heal this. So what it may take to heal this is to sit still for a minute, breathe, let people say what they have to say, and then let's choose another approach. It's going to be moments when you don't like me. It's okay. I don't think there's going to be moments I don't like you. Okay. I kind of think there might be. All right, I'm going to go talk to your brothers.
Okay.
There is a lot of pain and very little accountability running through this family's tree. I want to hear from the
Now, Iyanla has all, oh, Lord have mercy.
who had to become the men of the house after their father left. We have Mr. Joe.
Hey, Mr. Joe.
That is on the brink
Look at that.
of a breakdown. And then we have Mr. MJ, who left home at 15 and barely speaks to his siblings.
Gentlemen,
Hello.
and you are Mr.
MJ.
MJ.
Yes.
They're actually Marcus.
Marcus.
Call yourself MJ.
That's right.
And this is Mr. Joe.
Dr. Joe.
Mr. Joe. I'm the only doctor in this house. How about that? You are beautiful man.
Thank you.
See, even Iyanla, she ain't slow. Look at her. Look at her trying to shoot a shot. Hold on.
So how did Joe get like this?
Look at her trying to shoot her shot. I'm just saying. Y'all are beautiful men. Boy, I tell you, boy, we love them brothers. You heard me? Woo. We love them brothers now. But Rob, my black brother. Okay, but let me get back on task. I'm just saying, Iyanla called it too, boy. She called it too, boy. That's some brothers for you right there. So, Rob, but you peeped the game. You peeped. Yeah, she did it, Dom. She said, "Oh, let me shoot my shot." You know what I'm saying? It's two of them. Twice as nice. So she had already peeped Shay out. You see what I'm saying? She already know about the attitude. She doesn't see her. You go and do your background information. You get your clients to send you some information, and then you go and do a little bit more research. And a lot of times you can just tell by the way things are worded how they feel about certain situations. So hold up one second. Pico, it's nothing but juices and berries. Nah, it's charcoal. I'm playing. Charcoal soap, charcoal mask, and a charcoal toner spray that I've been using. I'm working on it, actually. I still got a lot of work to do, but I'm working on it. But so she's already peeped how this young lady is. So she already knows what to expect. And like I said, this is the honeymoon phase. So she knows it's not going to last long. Now, I'm going to skip over the part with the brothers. I just wanted y'all to see them. Okay. You better wear that hat, dog. But yeah, I just wanted y'all to see them. I don't never have a problem showing the brothers. See what I'm saying? So, but I'm going to go over because I want y'all to see how quickly things change. Now, things went very well. Very, very, very well with the brothers and with the mom. But then we have to bring Miss Shay back in. Now, I want to remind you guys that she said that she would do whatever it takes to try to bring things together. And she was the one that actually asked to come on this show to work on her anger issues, her anger management or lack thereof, and her issues with aggression. She asked to come on here. So you heard Iyanla tell her, look, you can be mean. She told her that she can be downright rude and obnoxious. She did not cut any corners with her. She was honest with her. She took it there. She didn't get all big and bad and blow up like she wanted to bust a move or whatever. But let's just look at how things progress. And I'm going to end up going over my time. So I lied to myself and to y'all. Sorry. Unless y'all want me to go ahead and cut it here and I can just start another day. Y'all let me know. Let me know. She was honest with herself initially and said she needed help, but she didn't mean it. What she meant, she wanted to come so that everybody else could get help, but she didn't truly come to work on herself. Because whenever everybody else was confronted with whatever their issues were, they were willing to accept the feedback and try to make the change. She wasn't trying to accept, I ain't gonna say nothing else. Just watch. You didn't even have to see our beginning down. We're gonna pick up from right here. You'll get it from here.
Disrespectful?
Yes.
Have you said that to her?
Yeah.
Is she rude and disrespectful?
Let me say it like this.
Let me take this back so y'all can see what the question was. Hold up.
She is more than she thinks she is.
Oh.
Have you told?
Oh.
New. Something different.
Okay.
Like, it's not natural.
What's not natural?
To tell my mother that I have an issue.
But you do have issues.
Yeah, some unresolved.
Yeah.
That I've never shared.
Well, you're not going to be able to hear with your wife who will be here tomorrow. If you don't hear with your mama.
Yeah, you just never want to go against mama.
You're not going against her. You're standing
for
for
feeling,
But clear that feeling out. It's standing
Wait a
for
minute,
you.
did I skip?
Because you don't want to stay a broken little boy all your life. I don't want that for you.
Hold up, y'all. Okay, there she is.
Very disrespectful.
For you. Because you don't want to stay a broken little boy all your life. I don't want that for you. You're too pretty.
Look, she done called him pretty again. Shoot your shot. Shoot your shot, Iyanla. Shoot your shot.
To be honest with you, I haven't spoken to my sister in about 6-7 months.
Why?
Just very disrespectful.
Did you say that? She was disrespectful?
Yes.
Have you said that to her?
Yeah.
Is she rude and disrespectful?
Let me say it like this. She is more than she thinks she is.
Have you told her that?
No.
Okay, you got the opportunity. Let me go get her.
I'm going to pause this really quick.
Wants to tell you something.
Because people, whenever stuff happens, people don't understand, like, when they come and bring something to me. One of the first things I ask them is, well, did you talk to the other person? Did you see what they had to say? Is that what they told you? Did that come directly from them? This is why I do that. Addressing stuff head on. Not going through Jim, John, James, Chuck, and all these other people. Addressing stuff head on. This is what you're seeing right here. And now you're about to see the result of that.
There they go right there. You go sit in my seat. Okay. Your brothers want to share something with you, okay? Just breathe. You go first.
I want you to know that you're rude and disrespectful.
Bam.
Did I say that to you? Did I? Yeah, okay. What you want to say?
You are more rude and disrespectful than you think you are.
Look at that face. Look at that face.
Can I say something? No, come on, let's go. I'm going to give you your homework. Let's go. Because you feel like you're entitled. Let's go. Think you know everything. Did you ask me, could you say something? Mm-hmm. And I said no, right? Mm-hmm. So shut up and let's go. Breathe. They shared the truth with you.
Press pause. Did you hear her tell her to shut up and let go? and people try to tell me I'm being me. Yeah, man, listen. Carry on.
Of their experience. They share. Excuse me. I'm speaking. They share the truth of their experience. Your brothers experience you as rude and disrespectful.
And I experienced them a certain way, and I'm not supposed to say nothing.
That's not what we're here to do. We're here to heal.
Oh, you're here to
It's
point
not
the finger at
attack.
me.
No. You said I'm willing to do whatever it takes to heal.
But that don't mean I don't have an opinion.
Here's the thing that you have
So
to
I
do.
can't talk and
Hear
talk
the
the whole
truth.
time?
Here's the
Am I going to
truth.
be able to speak?
Yes, you are, but not now. We are healing. We're not having a war of opinion.
No, but they're foolish.
This is why
No,
you can't
it ain't
heal.
nothing to do with
This is
nothing.
why you can't
I can
heal.
have an opinion.
Yeah, but
can have
I
an
didn't ask
opinion.
you for an opinion.
Yeah, but
I
I
asked you
asked
how
you to
it
take me
feels.
there and get negative
But
from my
you
brothers and
told
not be
me
able to have
that
a
you would
rebuttal.
trust me to
I do trust you,
facilitate
but that
the
was
healing
BS.
process.
That was BS.
That was the healing process.
That's not a healing process for my brothers to point the finger
How?
at me as if they ain't got no issue.
That's not what they did.
That is what they did.
That's what you heard, and your hearing and your vision is distorted.
Over it.
Excuse
I'm
me.
over it.
Excuse me. Are you gonna be woman enough to
No, because
stand?
if you're not
I
gonna-
asked you.
You're not gonna let.
Yeah, but you don't get to facilitate the process when and how it happens.
I
What
get
you
to
get
speak
to
my mind.
is control this.
I'm
What you get to
controlled, but I
take
can
care
speak my
of
mind.
this.
I have an opinion.
But
I
then
should
you
be able
get
to
to wait. Do it different.
do what
do it
differently?
different.
Speak my mind differently.
Yes.
You won't let
Yes.
me speak my mind.
But you don't
You
get
just
to do
walk
it in
me
your
out after they
time.
just put
You don't do it in your time.
Like, this
You don't
is
do it in your time.
too much. Like,
Okay.
lady, I'm out.
Dishonor your word.
Weird.
What are you willing to do?
I ain't willing to deal with that.
Okay.
Tell you that.
Well, then you don't get
I
to
can't
heal.
say nothing I ain't gonna say.
You don't get to heal.
I have an opinion,
But
and I
then
should
you
be able
get
to
to
speak.
wait. Do it different.
I'm gonna pause this right here. And I want to look at you guys. I'm looking at your comments right now because I want to see your how you guys feel about this interaction that you just saw. Okay, I see Lulu saying I love Iyanla, but she can be rude at times. I don't see it as her being rude. I don't see it as her being rude. Every person that you deal with, you have to handle them differently. You have to handle them accordingly. That's what I was trying to explain to y'all, the difference between counseling and being a life coach. Now, I know somebody in here can contest to what I'm saying, because they done seen it before. Maybe somebody's can attest to what I'm saying because they have seen it before. But the thing is, when you have somebody like Shay, who is used to controlling a situation, when you're in a coaching situation, you can't allow her because she is used to controlling the situation. This is what her brothers were trying to tell her. This is exactly what they were trying to tell her. She likes to control everything. So in this particular situation, if she has a coach that's not willing to stand up to her, that's gonna back down to her whenever she says something, and she's gonna run this whole coaching session, and everything is gonna end up revolving around her, and she's gonna end up being the center of attention, right? So at the end of the day, you are the one that asked for this, and understand that the reason that she was there was to work on her aggressiveness. She was there to work on her attitude. Realize that she's used to trying to go and throw hands with people. So like, this isn't any different than me working with one of my male clients that's a bit more aggressive. I can't give them any back down. Because you came to me for help, and we knew that anger was your issue from the beginning. Now, either you're going to go and get this work that you requested, because from the beginning, you know that we handle things a certain way. And this is what you want done. So you then came and you signed these papers saying that you were open to whatever treatment modalities were necessary for you to get on the right path. Now, if you jumping up and you're in a session, even if it is a counseling session, when there's a counseling session, even if you don't like the way or that somebody else is saying something or what they're saying, if you're trying to get help, you have to sit your tail there and listen. See, some people listen to actually get the message, and some people listen to respond. When you listen to respond, you don't hear what the other person said because you're too busy coming up with a rebuttal in your head. So you miss the whole message. The whole message flies completely over your head because you're listening to respond. All the stuff that her brother said, and they didn't say anything that was mean. They told her the truth. And understand the same thing that they told her was the same thing that Iyanla had told her earlier. And she didn't have a problem with Iyanla saying it. It was the fact that her brothers said it. Now understand that because of her attitude, she hasn't had a relationship with her brothers, especially the younger one. They haven't spoken in like 6 to 8 months. So this type of situation, even though I know it may seem harsh to some people, you have to establish your ground. And there is a certain degree of respect. You ask for my services. You're coming up into my office, my home, my personal space. You ask for my time to go and work on this. Either we're going to work on it or we're not. But I'm not here to spoon feed you. And I'm for darn sure not here to baby you. Now, if you want more of that coddling stuff, then that's when you might want to go to a counselor. Because the counselor not going to handle you like, well, I don't know, I kind of handle so well. A counselor not going to handle you like this. But when you go into a life coach, you are going to somebody that you are paying to be real with you. If you don't want them to be real with you, don't pay them. Lisa, what does that sound for? I see, Lisa, what is that for? Do you have something you would like to say, Miss Kelly? What does that sound for? So I'm just saying, I know it may seem like it's hard, but whenever we talk about that ABC model, when it comes to learning and changing, you have an activating event, you have something that happens, you have whatever your behavior is to whatever happens, and then you have a consequence. So you have to realize that everything that you do, everything that happens in your life has a consequence. Lisa, do you want to go there? Don K says he doesn't like being told when he's wrong. See, that's the thing right there. That's the thing. Then you don't go to somebody and ask them to tell you. You see what I'm saying? You don't go and ask somebody to fix the problem that you have if you're going to get mad when they actually try to fix the problem that you have. That's what I want people to see. No, she's not being hard, Keisha. I agree. No, Dom, I get what you're saying. That's she's not being hard on her. She's telling her what other people don't want to tell her because they know she gonna curse them out. She gonna be ready to fight. She ready to bust a move and somebody be truthful with her. Like that's her MO. She gets people to back off. She starts popping off real. Y'all see it? Start popping off real loud and getting all aggressive. And that's her defense mechanism. It gets people to back away. So they won't say whatever they need to say to her. They fall back. And that's what she was hoping happened with Iyanla. So that's why Iyanla, whenever she decided to move, Iyanla, you actually saw her like veer her chest up, put her shoulders back and let her know, look, you don't want this work. You might go and intimidate all these other people. That's what you're used to doing. You are not going to intimidate me. Somebody has to let you know that you can't go around intimidating everybody. Just because you're the loudest and you can go and curse everybody out, that don't make you the baddest. You're going to get this work. And if you don't want to get this work, then you get your gluteus maximus up out my house expeditiously. Expeditiously. Because you're paying me. I'm not paying you. That's what I've already been paid. So if you want to walk out, you see what I'm saying? So we're going to continue on because I want y'all to see how this played out. I want y'all to see how this played out.
Speak my mind. You won't let
But you don't get to do it in your time. You don't do it in your time. You don't do it in your time.
Y'all see her mannerisms? She can't hold herself together because she can't put her hands out and get all up in Iyanla's face. She can't hold herself together, Lord. Ooh.
Point the finger at me like I'm the problem. Shows. It's some book. I knew it was gonna be some intervention dumbass. Oh no, I can't speak. Out of here.
Press pause. Press pause. Wait a darn minute.
I have an opinion, but I didn't tell me what.
Okay, let me do this real quick. Because y'all know that she goes to different reality shows. She's jumped from reality show to reality show. That's her job. I'm not mad at her. But understand that Fix My Life is a bit of a reality show too. So this gives her another avenue. This gives her another outlet. So if this is what you choose to be on, you may be playing around with it. And y'all ain't playing around with it. She ain't here for your game. She got a job to do. I just saw something that further lets me know she didn't come to take this serious. She did not come to take this serious.
Speak my mind. You won't let me speak my mind. But you don't get to walk me out after they just put. You don't do it in your time.
Let me see if I did.
You don't do it in your time. Too much. Like, lady, decide on your word. What are you willing to do? I ain't willing to deal with this. Okay. Tell you that.
The whole point of this was putting on the show on camera. But I'm going to tell you where the show goes wrong. I'm going to show you where the show goes wrong. Now, it could have just been a little slip of the tag. But let me show you where the show goes wrong, right? Hold on. Let me show you where the show goes wrong.
I knew it was going to be some intervention dumbass. Oh, no, I can't speak.
Hold on. Let me... Okay, she bought a whole fur coat to the show, right? She bought a mink to the show that she didn't get a chance to wear on the show, so nobody saw it until she was actually walking out. But I want y'all to see the whole price tag hanging off this coat, and I literally just noticed this. So this further lets me know that all of this was about putting on the show. So now I see why Iyanla entitled this "The Mask We Wear," because she was literally wearing a mask for the show. This was just more, I guess you could say publicity for her, but just look at the coat. Look at the coat.
I knew it was going to be some intervention dumbass.
Right there. Whole tag. And nothing but the tag.
You are not a woman of your word. You're not a woman of yours. Yes, I absolutely am. I told you, I asked you, what are you not willing to do? You never said, I'm not willing to hear what my brothers have to say about you. I asked you, and I asked you to trust me. I asked you, but you don't know what the process is. The process is just making me look like a goddamn fool. Well, how do you know that? How do you know that? Shay. Shay. You wouldn't even let me speak my mind. It's about how you speak your mind. And when you react, hold on. Let me say hold on. You stop me from saying what I have to say, so I wouldn't care respect it. You Shay, how you disrespectful and you rude. Y'all ain't gonna make me look like that, don't you? You already look like a fool. All right.
Does she not look disrespectful and rude already?
You came to my process. I'm leaving your process. And you don't ever have to worry about coming back.
Not today.
I don't care if she brings Jesus with her. She can't come back up in here.
Not today.
The disservice that y'all have done to each other by not telling each other the truth. Just not telling the truth. Because what you do is attack.
Now let me press pause and come on back on here. Right, Bird. She wasn't worried about that. If you everything that she is on, she is rude and obnoxious. Let's not do that. Let's not get on Fix My Life and act like Iyanla has you looking that way. That was the purpose of you acting like you wanted to come and get some help because you were that way. How the process works. You let the people say whatever they have to say. You told her that you were willing to do whatever it takes to work on stuff. The things that your brother told you, that was not the first time that you heard these comments from your brothers. That's not the first time. You had just heard it from Iyanla. So let's not get brand new with that. The thing was, she was supposed to sit there, get these comments, and then go and do an assignment. She was supposed to go and do an assignment based on what I had told her earlier. But no, she had to be shake 'em up Shay. She's shaking the table. She had to be shake 'em up Shay and have her, her storming out. The thing is, when it comes to this type of situation, you don't have control over this. So if you storm out, if you go and act like you want to be disrespectful, or if you want to bust a move up in my establishment, you got to go. I don't care how many cameras are rolling. You got to go. And best believe they kept this cute for TV, because I'm pretty sure more than that was said. But for her to be triggered from her brothers telling her that she was rude, that she's disrespectful, and we clearly see that she can be rude and disrespectful, why do y'all think she was so triggered by what her brother said at that particular moment, when just a few seconds prior, she was talking about how her mom was disrespectful, how her brothers this and her brothers that, but whenever the fingers were pointed at her, then it became, y'all aren't going to be pointing the fingers at me and this, that, and the third. Why do y'all think things changed so fast? See, that's why I pointed out the fact that she was comfortable when she was saying what everyone else was doing. And her little fingers were just pointing away, like she was typing. She was just pointing away. And the minute somebody told her that she was rude and disrespectful, even though she knew it was true, that was a trigger for her. Why was that? I'm going back to read your comments right now. I'm going back to see. Let me see what y'all talking about. One-on-one, Iyanla didn't speak to Shay the way she spoke to her in front of her brother, so I guess she's upset with that. Sometimes it's the way you say things. Hey, Cha-Cha. Yeah, Lisa, it sounds familiar. That's kind of rough to tell an adult to shut up. I think she's just straightforward. You can fix the problem without being rude. The hardness is okay. However, I would say Iyanla takes whatever they say to her with grace. I've heard people call her bees and she don't back. Right. And that's the thing, Lady Earthby. I'm glad you said that. Because you get called everything but a child of God. At the end of the day, you got a job to do. You got one job to do. And if you already coming in already, and I know you got anger issues, or if I know you got control issues, if I know you got issues with aggression, if I know you have issues with impulse control or emotional impulse control, then I already know, again, I'm going to have to be real strategic in how I handle you. So we'll have our first conversation and I'll see exactly how I need to move forward with that, meaning when you're calm and when you have your moment. But the one thing that you cannot do with somebody that is controlling or has issues controlling their anger, has issues controlling their emotions, has issues controlling their temper, period, you cannot back down from that person, because they will control the session. And once they take over, it's hard to reel that back in. It's harder to bring it back in. It's it's real hard to bring it back in. And sometimes people can get so upset with you that they do act like they want to bust the move. And you definitely can't back down from them when it comes to that. So like I said, coaching and counseling is a little bit different when it comes to things like this. With the counseling, she gets upset like that. We're going to talk it out a little bit more. But what has you so angry, with what they said? We can have more conversations. And this would have been something Iyanla did with her later as they processed. That's why they wouldn't show the sign, trust the process, because it is a process. You're going to be mad. You're going to be doubting stuff. You're going to be in your feelings for a minute. But then once everything comes together, then you really get to see what's going on and you get to see it's all love. But she already went in from the beginning. I don't know if you guys remember from the very beginning, she said she felt like it was going to be an intervention and everybody was going to be pointing their fingers at her. Well, there was a reason that she felt that way. Why would it be an intervention? Why would you think that it would end up being an intervention for you when you were the one that called the show? We got to think this thing all the way through. I know people look at it and be like, well, I wouldn't let anybody talk to me like that. But you got to think about the reason why someone contacted her for this type of work when they could have easily gone to family counseling with the counselor, with the therapist, with the psychologist, with they wouldn't go to a psychiatrist because he ain't taking care of all that, or she not taking care of all that. But they could have easily gone and gotten family therapy with somebody else. They're doing family coaching right now. It's completely different. Like I said, and the code of ethics aren't quite the same. They are, but they're not. You got a bit more leeway, and you have to do things a little bit what wouldn't be considered traditional for counseling in order to have that breakthrough. And let me say, if you have watched Iyanla's show, if you have watched most of the life counselors, if you look at, life coaches, Tony Gaskins, whoever, this is some reality therapy for your tail. This is not for somebody to go and coddle you and stick a pacifier in your mouth and tell you it's going to be okay. That's not what it's about. It's about you getting to the root of what's going on, identifying it, and fixing it. That's why it's called Fix My Life. Identifying the problem. Okay, now that we know what it is, what are you going to do about it? No, I don't need to hear your excuses on why you can't do A, B, and C. What are you going to do about it? From this point on, we can't deal with what happened yesterday. Okay, what are you going to do about it today? Moving forward, what are you going to do about it? She knows what she's dealing with. That's why she's fighting fire with fire. Right, Keisha 3A. Right. Shay a handful. I'm telling you, I don't know if we would have lasted that long. She probably would have been ready to fight me. She would have been ready to fight me real quick. What I meant by that is I play basketball. I played my entire life since I was 3, organized for every school, team, travel ball, and college. When I make a mistake, I like to be told when I'm wrong or make a mistake. So I can't talk constructive criticism. But Dom, I would say even with basketball, right? Sometimes that criticism is welcome and sometimes it's not, because at some particular point, especially if you're upset about something, it could depend on day to day whether or not you consider it to be constructive. Like one day he getting on my nerves and she getting on, always riding my back, blah, 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 blah. When it's actually constructive, but you don't feel like hearing it that day because you feel like they're picking on you like that particular day. You missed a couple of free throws. So now at practice, they got you shooting free throws the whole time in practice. Or all practice, you doing suicides the whole time because you act like you were out of breath on the court. Now you feel like they're punishing you when they're actually trying to build up your endurance so that you can go longer when you're on that court. But it all depends on where your mentality is at the time. That's what I'm thinking with Shay from the beginning. She came in from the beginning expecting an intervention just on her. when you realize that a lot of stuff that was going on with her, and she even said it at the beginning, that a lot of her issues did derive from some things that happened with her mom. She didn't even let it get to that point yet because there were a lot of dynamics going on. Now, by the time all of this ended, because I'm not going to show the whole show. By the time all of this ended, Iyanla stuck to what she said. When she said she was not letting her come back to be a part of a coaching session with her, she meant that she stood on that. So she let the family go and do all their healing, even the brother and his wife. One of the brothers is married. Let him and his wife work on whatever they needed to work on and do their mending or whatever. And once they got that done, the brothers, the mom, all of them, you know, they were able to work on the things. And the mom had to take some hard stuff from her kids too. But she was willing to sit there and let them say what they had to say. And even though she has a temper too, and Shay said she gets it from her mom was willing to be patient. Her mom sat there calm enough to actually hear what they were saying so that she could properly respond to it. She really wanted to hear what they were saying. And if you're already fussing and cursing, then you didn't hear nothing that the other person said, except the first word that came out of their mouth, of that first line. That's all you heard. So everything else, you can't go back and repeat to them what they said because you weren't listening to hear. So they were able to resolve whatever issues they had going on. And Iyanla did give them an opportunity at the end. She let the brother, because the brother, the one that they call Dr. J, he is actually a doctor. I don't know if he's a counselor, psychologist. I don't know what he is. And his wife is as well. So she gave them the opportunity to let Shay come back so that they could bring it all together like they're supposed to as a family. But she removed herself from the situation. Now, as a professional, that's what you do. If you see that you can't get through to another person, especially if you have a partner that you're working with or another coworker that you're working with, then you go and talk to that coworker and you guys can see who may be the better person to work with that particular individual. Even if it's in the middle, the beginning, towards the end, they may be able to wrap things up in a way. So she utilized that brother for the skills that he already had. And she still came in defensive. But there's something she said, she started blaming Iyanla for some things at the end. And it's like, girl, get your life. You got a nasty attitude. Like, you got a nasty attitude. So she accepts like a quarter of responsibility for her attitude. She will not accept 100% for her attitude. She got to put a quarter of it on herself. She put 50% on her mama. You know, everybody gets a little piece of contributing to her attitude. She just refuses to accept accountability for her own actions, and why she wasn't able to get the full experience out of this whole situation that her family was able to get, because they got some healing. Whereas she just got this little piece at the end and completely missed out on the other part that would have like truly got to the bottom of what was going on with her and her mom, because the mom was able to address it, but they never really got to the bottom of it like the brothers were able to do with the mom. But you have to weigh your options and see what is going to be the best benefit for the family. And you can't sit there and allow one person, unless it's just a single session with one person, you can't allow that one person to monopolize all the time and just make the whole thing about them when it's supposed to be about the family. So this is part of the BooFahLay. Let's see. I would prefer her to walk out than to put her hands on someone. I don't think she was going to put her hands on anybody. I don't think Iyanla was worried about her putting her hands on anybody. But her thing is, at the end of the day, she's trying to be in the entertainment business. She has to know how to accept criticism from other people. If every time somebody tell you something that you don't want to hear, that's a problem that she was having on the shows. That's why she was going from one show to the other show. She has a nasty her attitude sucks. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about her as a person. I'm speaking on her attitude, not her, but her attitude. Her attitude sucks. And that was the reason for her coming on the show. That was the reason for her coming on the show. Let's see. But if someone's trying to tell me how to act or say certain things, I don't like to be told. I understand, because that's who I am as a person. Even if it may be wrong, that's when I don't like to be told what to do. Does that make Dom? I had you. I understood what you were saying, and that's how a lot of people are. Like, how dare you tell me that I'm not doing something right? But what most people don't think about at the end of the day is, if you keep doing stuff, let's say you going over, you here, you got problems here, you go over here, you got problems here, you go over here, you got problems here. And if you think about it, you're having the same problems and people are telling you the same thing. Okay, if you keep having the same problems over and over again, then you have to stop and think, it's not everybody else. You see what I'm saying? There's a consistent pattern that is unfolding right here, and it's not everybody else. You have to go and look at the whole situation, and I mean, really sit back, do a self-evaluation, and say, okay, why do I keep having these same or similar problems? And why do people keep telling me similar things? Like, where is this coming from? What might I need to do different? Not what do everybody else need to do. What might I need to do different? Because with this young lady, she's had, everywhere she goes, people are telling her about how nasty her attitude is. You fighting all over. I mean, just acting a donkey. If you want to build your career, you got to be able to accept that criticism. And somebody telling you that you got a nasty or a disrespectful attitude, that's something that you're going to have to get over, especially when you know it's true. It's one thing if somebody's lying on you, but when you know it's true, yeah, it may be a hard pill to swallow for somebody to be bold enough to tell you to your face. How dare they tell you that to your face? You rather them talk about you behind your back. But once they tell you to your face, you don't know what to do, especially if your end result is usually wanting to throw those hands. Okay, you throw these hands right now, you're going to jail. So what's the other alternative? So maybe she did get a lesson with that one, walking away. See, that even that might have been a step in the right direction. Maybe because you see her on other stuff, she act like she don't know how to walk away. She want to swing at people. She want to throw stuff at people. She ready to fight. You won't go fight up in there. So you had to come up with another way. Bird, you caught that? Yeah, she taking that coat back. That coat going back expeditiously. It was just, a lot of it was part of a show. I think most of it, I think her family were really there to get help. She was not there to get that help. And you could tell that from the beginning. You could tell that from the beginning. And when you go into these situations and you have people that are usually really trying to get help for themselves, they may tell you about some other stuff that's going on, but usually they're so, whatever they have going on is so deep that they like automatically start going into the stuff that's going on with them. When people stuff usually start, like they start talking and the first part of the conversation is about what everybody else is doing wrong, you already know that you got a lot of work to do. You got a lot of work to do. And the first thing that you would be doing is trying to redirect them back so that they understand that, okay, this person is not here, this person is not here. They have nothing to do with what's going on right now. This is about you. We can't make this about them. We're here to get your stuff straight. That the focus is on you and what you need to do about your current situation. It's not about them. And that's what people don't see with this. It's all about her focusing on her, not what her other family members going to do at this point. This is about you. You contacted us to help you fix your life so that you can mend situations with your family. Well, we need to get your life fixed first. But you too busy worried about the other people and what they have going on. Now the rest of them they got their mess fixed, and you still sitting up here running around with a mink coat with a tag on it. I'm just saying. Shay is extremely combative. She thinks everyone is against her. She is. If she wants help, she's going to have to commit. Absolutely. She has to commit. She's in denial. Absolutely. And there's some point in between that Iyanla, she does talk to the brothers and get them to understand that, you know, she has stuff that was going on in her life too, and she's wearing this facade, just as the mom did, acting like everything was fine and that she's this strong, you know, just hell-bent woman and there's no breaking her or anything like that. And the way that it comes off, like I said when I was telling you guys about that superwoman syndrome, if you're telling everybody that you're okay, or you seem like you just this battle warrior and act like nothing phases you at all, you're walking around stoic, then people are going, it's not even them assuming, they're going off what they see. So if nothing bothers you, if nothing's going on with you, and they ask you and you say nothing's wrong, then what else do you expect them to think? And that's how her brothers felt about her, and they just saw this hard shell and her cursing everybody out and you know, being all boisterous and getting all swole up in the chest. So what response do you want? She spoke to the brothers and the mom about this, and at the end they talked to her, you know, they apologized to her for not acknowledging any type of feelings or pain that she may have experienced, you know, really with their dad leaving and all that stuff, but she still missed out on a lot of stuff. And at the end of the day, if Iyanla was really being rude or disrespectful, then she wouldn't have brought that back, because she had to still, even though Shay wasn't involved in the whole process now, she still had to bring that back full circle and allowed her to come back in so that they could process that part. But her personally, I don't know how much she got out of it, because I feel like for her, it was more of a reality show. I believe because she was met with aggression from someone she respects and then wants to give in. So you're saying match their energy, but as a professional, you have to be more strategic when doing it. You definitely have to match. We call it meet the force. So if their force is here, your force should be here. If they down here, then you need to be down here. But if they up here, you need to be up here. You don't let anyone gain control over the situation. No. Because if they're able to control the situation, then what's your purpose? What are you there for? You might as well be paying them. And that's what some people do, because you do have some people that intimidate, like certain counselors. I've been in situations, with a lot of situations, I'm not going to lie, where people would send the people over to me. Well, you know how to deal with them. You're not going to be such and such with them, or you know. And I'm like, okay, thanks for the vote of confidence, but I don't need that. No, I need y'all to know how to work with these people. And stop letting people just come and intimidate you and do you any kind of way. And now you calling me in like I'm supposed to be a savior or something. Like I can beat everybody up. Like, no. Everybody. But if you allow a person to take over like that, then they're going to take over. So you still remain professional, but there's a certain degree of sternness that comes along with that. And they have to know, you may run things over there, but you're not going to run things over here. And if you can't deal with not being able to run things over here, we're going to try to work through it. But if not, the door. I'm just saying, the door. Coaching can be aggressive. I've had a couple of coaches who pissed me off. Okay, you're going to do so. Don, you know about those suicides? And it's not that it's a punishment, but it's a consequence of your actions. You heard me? Okay? You're going to do them suicides and you better tap that line. You better tap it. Don't run to it. Tap it. Smack it. This is a consequence of your actions. Not necessarily a punishment, but it's a consequence of your actions. Let's see. Shay is always on the defense. What Iyanla did was perfect. It takes a shutdown for her to look at herself. As if her home would not be able to see right through her. Hey, y'all, happy Sunday. Hey, Unique Thoughts. I think it's just as a people because of what we've been through as a whole. Like as I got older, when people tell me about myself, I reflect to see if they are right. I know I'm perfect, so I have to take things into consideration. Especially for slavery days, we've always been told what to do and being ran like we aren't human, so we naturally have nobody tell us what to do. At least that's how I feel. Hey, Lavelle, how you doing? How you doing? So do y'all want to see how this ended? Y'all put a 2 in the chat. Let me know if y'all want to see how this ended, because I done went well over my time. Do y'all want to see how this all ended or no? If you want to see how it ended, give me a 2 and we can see how this all ended. But there's definitely it takes skill. A lot of people can call themselves coaches, but it takes a lot of skill because you have to be able, and a lot of people become coaches and they haven't had any type of mental health or counseling training or anything. So you have 2 completely different takes. You got some people that's just, they may just talk from life experiences, but they don't have the research and the book knowledge to actually know how to do the clinical part. Working with that. Not saying that one is any better than the other, but whenever you are going to somebody, you have to be mindful of stuff like that before you actually go and sign those papers. But you really need, that's why you need to go and check stuff out before you go and commit to somebody. Like I said, you need to know what type of person you are working with. But that's all a part of that consultation period, because me personally, I'll let you know. If you're not here to do real work, then coaching is not for you. Coaching is definitely not for you. If you're not here to be real about the situation, then coaching is not for you. You might want to reconsider doing something else. If you really want somebody to, and not saying that counselors coddle, but like I said, they're a bit more softer with their approach. If that's something that you need, then you might want to consider going the other route, the more traditional route, whenever it comes to, getting that help. And I didn't see anybody put any numbers in here. Good night, Lisa. I didn't see anybody put any numbers in here. So just know that the rest of the family was able to work this stuff out. They were able to work it out, did what they had to do. The wife and the husband, they worked their stuff out. Everybody's continuing some type of counseling or having follow-up treatment, except for one. Except for one. Everybody appreciated the help and the experience that they had, except for one. So that's what I saw with that. But it reminded me so much. Y'all supposed to be reminding me, you got to drink your water, Doc. You got to drink your water. Of some of the stuff that we see on here. And why it's so hard for certain people to get through to other people, or why some people may understand things this way. And I did, Lulu. I did. And I may speak on that one. I don't know if people are interested in this stuff, but I just thought it was good to like come and like break some of this down, especially with this one, with them having Shay on there and her being a somewhat of a celebrity, at least a reality star, we'll say that. And because her emotions were so YouTube like, and it matched that reality show type mentality. Again, she's shaking the table. Like your only response or your only go-to whenever somebody says something that you don't like is to fight. It's for you to get aggressive and pretty much try to bully your way through a situation. And it's not about bullying your way, through situations. You know what I mean? It's not about that. There are other ways to solve situations. You may not like what everyone says. You may not like how everyone handles situations. Everything may not be for you. So I'm going to talk to y'all for a minute. Okay? Let me talk to you for a minute. Talk to you for a minute. Hold on. I'm getting way up here. Talk to you for a minute. At the end of the day, back it up a little bit. It's not so much about hearing what you want to hear. It's about hearing what you need to hear. Okay? The definition of BooFahLay, and I throw it around all the time, is basically somebody being untrue, fake news, BS, all that stuff. If you only want people around you that are going to shoot that stuff to you, then you are putting the wrong people in your circle. And if you are a part of a circle and the people that are in your circle, nobody really wants to hear the truth, they get mad, they're ready to fight, you need to find another circle. You need to find another circle. And that's what I'm saying, even when it comes down to the conspiracies and all this stuff. Listen, you want somebody that is going to be true to you, that's going to be true to the truth of it all. Not someone going around looking for conspiracies. A conspiracy is just that. A conspiracy is a belief on something, not necessarily based on fact. Definitely has some opinions involved. These are things that we have to think about. You look at the belief that Shay already had from the beginning going into this. Now, let me ask y'all something. If she was really going to seek help, if she really wanted to get some assistance, and the first time she meets with Iyanla, her belief is that it's going to be an intervention and a finger pointing session, why would she go? I need y'all to think about that. If you're saying you know that these things are going to happen from the very beginning, why would you go? And why would you think that the coach would be so slow that they didn't understand what was going on from the beginning? You coming with conspiracies, right? So we wrapping this up. We wrapping this up. Like I said, I've been hearing about a lot of conspiracies and stuff this week. I need you to think about this. If a whole group of people, a whole group, is trying to get you to believe a certain thing and trying to get you to act a certain way or whatever, and a lot of the people that you love, a lot of the people that raised you, a lot of the people that stay with you, may have taught you, may have been your minister, may have been your teachers in school. If a lot of people are part of this said group and you've been growing up in this and being loved on and loved by this group, then why would you let anybody tell you that that same group is conspiring to hurt you? I need y'all to think about that. That means your parents are trying to hurt you. That means your grandparents are trying to hurt you. Your brothers, your sisters, your friends, your co-workers. The ice cream man that come by on Saturday. The candy man that might have the little truck that comes by selling candy on Saturday mornings for everybody and the little penny cookies. Think about it. Now, I don't know much about much. See what I'm saying? But I do know that the truth is welcome. The truth is definitely welcome. And when it comes to all these conspiracies and all this stuff, then what we have to remember is, if you're putting all of this on an entire group, then you can't go and pick out 2 or 3 that you want to pull from that group. If you're saying the whole group is capable of doing something, whether it's brainwashing or whatever you're saying, if you're putting it on a whole group, then it would be hypocritical to go and, well, okay, well, that's my uncle, they all right. Well, that's my grandma, she all right. Well, that's my auntie, that's my mama, she all right. I need y'all to think about that before y'all go around believing everything that everybody tell y'all about people coming after you and what people want to do to you. But I need you to really think about that. I really need you to think about that before you let somebody sell you a dream. And in the words of, I say a wise man, I think he's wise anyway. People keep selling you dreams because they want you to stay asleep. Because as long as you're dreaming, you're sleeping. So stop letting people sell you dreams. When somebody comes to you with the truth, you go and look that mess up. You go and do an evaluation. If it's about you, do a self-evaluation. Look at what's really going on and keep it pushing. Anything else that anybody tries to sell you or shoot to you, if they don't have facts to back it up. When you're talking about their opinion or their feels, see, we already talked about those feels. If they don't have facts, I'm not talking about somebody's newspaper. I'm not talking about somebody's article that somebody wrote on whatever website. We're talking about facts. If they don't have facts to back it up, then all it is an opinion. And an opinion is like a butthole. Everybody got one. I'm just saying. So, hey James, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Conspiracy theories are people trying to have their way. I agree. Let me try not to back this up too far. I agree. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I said I was going to do 60 minutes. I ended up doing a whole darn 2 hours. Like I said, I ended up lying. I'm so sorry. But I hope y'all got something out of this. If y'all want me to continue breaking some of this stuff down, if you got something out of it, please like the video. Put your comments in the comment section so that I can read your comments. Y'all see, I read the comments in the chat. I appreciate the dialogue between the viewers. I love it. I want some more of it. Like, I really like that stuff. So make sure you put your comments in there. Like the video. Share the video. Do that. Do that. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. If you don't subscribe, I want you to keep on watching, but ultimately, I want you to subscribe to the channel. Okay? Let's keep it real. Subscribe. Okay? If you would like to be a member of the channel and become a certified dime, then all you got to do is hit that join button. Click on that. You see the people that have these little special marks by their names. They are members of the channel. That's what they do. They get access to some things that other people don't have access to. I got some more stuff that I'm going to upload for you guys. And I got to get off here because I refuse to let this thing go past 2 hours. So I got like 30 seconds to get on up off here. I appreciate every one of you guys. I hope you guys have a productive week. And remember that all criticism is not bad criticism. Whatever criticism you get, take it in. Think about it. See if there's any merit to it. And if there is some merit to it, acknowledge it. Make the change and keep it pushing. That's what change is all about. Make the change and keep it pushing. With that being said, you guys have a blessed night. I thank you for stopping by, and I will see you next time. Bye.